This is the Raw Life Health Show. Raw Life.
Hello, everybody. This is Paul Neese with the Raw Life Health Show. I just wanted to come at you today and thank you for watching. I wanted to talk to you today about a topic that is something that many of us don't want to face or hear about, but we need to be aware. I just finished another birthday, and that's not the topic. The topic is I am getting older and you're getting older. And as people get older, that's when people start to discover something is wrong with them or something is developing in them. And it's a scary thought. When we're younger, we don't really think about it. Young kids, the last thing they think about is getting diseases of old people or older people. But with the way the world runs today, with the vaccinations and all these flu shots and these crazy poisons that we're putting in the body, the environment, the chemtrails, and all this other stuff, old diseases or diseases of old that usually used to affect old people are affecting people today at younger ages. And that's the reality of things. And no matter how good you're eating, no matter what you're doing, the real way to know is as you get older, if something you did is helping or not helping. Now, there might be somebody that eats a healthy diet and they get a disease, and some people might point the finger and say, aha, you see, that diet didn't help. Well, what if that person wasn't eating so healthy? Maybe they would have got that disease much earlier, so maybe it did help. The bottom line, folks, is the majority of us at some point are going to get some type of disease. You know, very few people in this world, no matter how healthy they're eating, never get nothing. Everyone gets something. And we just got to hope what we do get is not as bad to deal with as something else. And with 1 out of 3 women and 1 out of 2 men getting cancer or expected to get cancer, chances are those people that are eating healthy, somebody is going to get cancer. With every type of disease, the numbers are getting more crunched, and we could say there's that many people eating unhealthy, but we could also say there's that many people supposedly eating healthy, and they're still getting it. The numbers are getting smaller, not farther apart. So if more people were eating healthy, you would figure the numbers would go for, instead of 1 in every 2 or 1 in every 3, maybe 1 in every 10 people would get cancer. But it's not. And it's coming to the point where one day it's going to be 1 in every 1. Everybody's going to get a disease. And we want to think, not us, the way we eat, the way we live, there's no way. Well, we all want to believe that. And I'm here to tell you the truth. We're going to get something. Something. I don't know what it is. And prayerfully, me, you, and everyone else that's trying to eat healthy, and our loved ones that could care less about eating healthy, won't get something serious, won't get something major. But we're going to get something. And as I'm getting older, I know I run fast. I don't run as fast as I did when I was younger. When I was younger and I used to run up a hill or play basketball, I felt amazing afterwards. Now, when I run up a hill or play basketball, which I could still do, some of my friends can't even do that, but when I do that, I sometimes don't feel as amazing. Sometimes I feel pretty sore. And I'm an active person. And I could still do a lot of things and some things now that I couldn't do when I was younger. But it's just things do change when we get older. And I'm not even old. There are people older than me that can attest to this. I'm not saying you're going to be able to do less, and I'm not putting the disease upon you, but something's going to happen. For me, what am I noticing? I haven't noticed much yet, but I have noticed. I'm the only one in my family that doesn't wear glasses. I'm the only one in my whole family that doesn't wear glasses, and I've never failed an eye test yet. And I'm not saying my eyesight's going, but I don't think it's as good as it used to be. I used to be able to see little small letters in the dark. I could still see little small letters, but I need a lot of light. So I'm just paying attention to my body and looking what's happening. I did pass my midlife crisis years ago at 40 years old, where I thought, wow, and that's when I started to think about these things. Things are scarier now. So in the old days, when I was a teenager, if I would get a stomach ache or if I would get a headache, a couple hours later, I was out playing basketball. Now, if you get a headache, you start thinking, is this a brain tumor? with all the cell phone use and everything else. In the old days, if you got a stomach ache, you were playing baseball, even with the stomach ache. Now you start thinking, do I have a tumor in my stomach or something? Because it's not just what doctors tell us, because it's what happens. And I know there are people out there that eat a healthy diet, they eat a raw food diet. They say, well, not me. That's not going to happen to us. And I mean, I'm just giving reality here. I've seen it happen to people that eat healthy. There are many other factors other than just our diet. So what's the point of this video? I'm not trying to scare you or worry you or everything else. No, I'm trying to encourage you to not have cheat days on your food and not just get so relaxed where you're not doing your best. Do your best all the time. Stay on your toes. No matter how long you've been doing this and how great you feel, don't let up. Don't let up. Don't get weak. Stay on your toes and stay strong and stick to what you've learned. Because everything you're doing now is an investment in the future. And when I say you might get a disease, yes, you might get a heart attack. But if you're not eating healthy, or if you're going to slip up, you might get it at 70 versus at 95 or 100. I know a man who just had a stroke. He's 107 years old. He's still doing okay after a stroke. And this is what I'm talking about. Eventually, somebody's going to get something. And it might be at 107 years old. That's pretty good. What do you say to somebody that lived 106 years and never had a stroke or never had any other disease? You're good. And even at 107, that's still good. You've made it that far. So I'm saying do your best now, because that man that was 107, he's doing his best, and who knows how much earlier he would have gotten that stroke if he wasn't. Yes, there are other factors we don't have control over, but we have control still over what we put in our body. Don't let up, folks. And if you're out there smoking and eating and you're thinking you're young, you can get away with these things, it doesn't matter. It will catch up to you. So it's time to get right. It's time to get right with your health and treating your body correctly in the way it should be. The best thing I could say is Brian Clement at Hippocrates Health Institute says when people go there, it's this place where a whole bunch of people get better from things like cancer. He says, we're not here to heal cancer. It's your body that heals cancer when you give it what it needs. There's the answer right there. Give your body what it needs, folks, and don't give it what it doesn't. All right? Put your comments or questions below the video. Remember, I'm not here to scare you or worry you, and you might be that person that never gets anything. That's great if that happens, but I'm just giving you a reality check. All right? And hopefully it's not serious, and it's for a long time. We don't have to worry about these things. So don't worry about it. Go out there, have a good time. Have a great day and a great raw life.
Nature's wealth, good for your health. This is the Raw Life Health Show. Raw Life, brighten up your life.